Hey, and welcome back to the channel. Today we are continuing our series for this month where I share all things homeschool curriculum reviews, as well as my first impressions and flip-throughs of our choices for 2021-2022. So today we're going to be talking about our choices for writing. If you'd like to hear more, then let's get started. Hey you, did you hit that play button for the very first time? Well, welcome to the channel. I'm Tasha. This is Tasha Pivots, where we talk about all things mamahood and homeschool and how I'm pivoting through this journey. And like I said in the introduction, this is a series that we're doing for the month of May, where I just wanted to give you guys my feedback on the curriculums that we've been doing, as well as sharing with you some of the choices that we've chosen for the fall. Instead of doing one full video of all those choices, I figured if I could spend some time doing some flip throughs, some first impressions, some thoughts, all the things, then you guys can get a full detail of what it is that we're using. And so today with writing, I have two options that we are doing. I've kind of hinted on them in the past, as well as we're gonna unbox one of them because I have it and I haven't unboxed it yet. But if you want to see anything that we use in this current year, you can see down in the description below, or you can always go to our playlist that is all titled in homeschool. You can see anything from my reviews to flip throughs to how I'm teaching a certain curriculum. And so with writing, I figured I didn't necessarily need to give you guys a review, as I did a whole writing video a couple of weeks back. So you can check that out right here in the iCard or down in the description below. But I figured let's share some of the options that we're going to be doing. So I'm going to start with our third grader is going to be doing some writing with ease. So you can see this is from the Well-Trained Mind, and I am so excited. It's a pretty thick book. It almost reminds me of a college textbook, but I love it because it's an all-in-one. So whatever it is that you're doing when it comes to this curriculum, that's what you get. What you have is what you need. You don't have to pick up any other supplemental things. And so I love that. Now this is a continuation from what we did this current year. We started our writing experience in developing our writing for my second grader with the Well-Trained Mind Writing with Ease book 2. And we really enjoyed that. It challenged me as a teacher and as even just a writer. It also allowed me to see where my daughter is when it comes to understanding narration, dictation, and comprehension. And we are not going to have any setback. We're pressing forward. So with that, we chose to do the book 3. It is in the exact same format as the Writing with Ease 2, where the first half is the lessons that you're teaching with your child, and then the second half of the book, which is it towards the back. It's not even second half. It's like a quarter of the book. As you can see here, let me bring it down some more so you guys can see it. So if you see right there, this is about all the worksheets that you're going to need for your child to complete this curriculum. I love that. All the sheets are proofreaded and super simple for you to be able to take them out. I have a little folder that I always put for Zoe's bin for writing, and she sticks all her sheets in there. Like I'll take them out. I'll take out maybe 2 to 3 lessons at a time, not all at a time, all at once. I just take a few at a time. I stick them in there, and so when we're ready to sit and do the lesson, I can just pull out what we need. Now, this does track a week system with a 4-day study and focus. So if you've never heard of Writing with Ease, or this is completely all new to you, what I'm talking about, basically, if you see right here in this corner, let's let that zoom in on it. You see in this corner where it says week 22, day 1. So you're going to get that many. You're going to get up to day 4. And then that is it, which is great for my family because we only do 4 days of school. And so I will be sharing more about how we're putting this into our schedule in the fall and how we're going to continue doing it. But I love this because they use really great real stories, children literature from historical authors of children literature. And I really like that because then sometimes my daughter actually remembers the book, or we've read it in the past, or it's something new and she really likes the excerpt, and then she'll ask me, hey, could we pick up that book? I'd really like to read the entire story. And so that is really great. You can easily combine this curriculum with your literature if you're more of an eclectic homeschooler like our family, where you can pair things together and create a whole unit for you to focus on. Or you could have this strictly for writing practices purposes only. That was a lot of P's. Anyway, so that's that. So for us, we right now currently have been using this primarily for our writing. But with that, it comes with automatic literal and language arts fundamentals like comprehension and learning how to do dictation and memorization and like all the things. And so I really, really enjoy this. It's a classical, traditional style of homeschooling. They have a full plethora. Susan Weisbauer has an entire curriculum for you if you would like to go that route. Maybe look at some other things. I will link all that stuff below as well. And I also loved the Well-Trained Mind book that you can also check out. I read that when I was starting this journey as a homeschooling mom, and I loved having that a part of my library to reference to understand education and from her point of view. So that's what you're getting. I'm going to do a little close-up for you guys so you guys can kind of, if I can get my motions together. So as you can see, you have at the top, it says week 32, I think that says. Is that what it says? It sure does. 32, and then there's the story that you'll read to your child, right? Then you'll come to this side, and it'll have all the exercises that you need to do for each day. So this one's day 4, and it says dictation exercise. Focus will be on memory. You'll read the story all the way down, and then when you get to the next section, then it's time for you to ask the questions. And it helps you remember, like, remind your child if they're having a fragment, or if they're doing a run-on sentence, or they forgot to pause when there was a period, or they forgot to take a second when there was a comma. All of those things. And I really, really, really highly recommend this if you have children who love to write stories, love to read, or just in general through your homeschooling process. I think it is our duty to give our children really great resources in learning how to be proper writers. I didn't have this in public school, so it was really key for me as a homeschooling mom to make sure that I was teaching my child how to write properly. Okay, so that is that. Next on the second half of all this is the unboxing. As you can see, some of you might recognize that name right there, if it'll focus on it and not my face. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. There you go, The Good and the Beautiful. We have 2 different curriculums that we use through The Good and the Beautiful. They are a more popular homeschooling curriculum format for families. I have dabbled and looked and researched a lot of their work, and I think it's great what they're doing and what they are giving to parents who may be making a very quick or huge transition from public school to private school, from private school to homeschool. And I think that it's really great if you're looking for something affordable, something that's already all put together, and you're ready to just open the book and teach your child and not have to put in any extra work into it. Honestly, I don't think there's a better word to say that, but yes, I think that it is a great format for that. For me, I'm naturally an artist, and so in me, I'm always dabbling and expanding things as best as I can, and wanting to just give my child the world in some capacity, where even in each subject we kind of file through what works for us, and then we add in what we want and all those things. And I think both options are awesome. So with that, I do like to pull a few things that I really like from more big box curriculum formats like The Good and the Beautiful, and this is one of them. So for our writing, last year we did the handwriting book 4. And I'm going to do this while I'm talking to y'all because I can't. I'm going to try to multitask with this butter knife. So I ordered our writing from them, and we've also done math, but that's a different video. And so when you get your box, first thing you're going to get is your lovely receipt, tells you what you got. And then it's nice and bubble wrapped. Ooh. Okay, take that off. And this might get a little loud, y'all. Christmas morning. And just rip it all apart. Did any of you guys have that grandmother that likes to save their wrapping paper? I know one. She's not my grandmother, but I know one. Anyway, we're almost there. We're almost there. I told y'all I hadn't opened this yet. Okay. Woohoo! Now there's two things in here, but one of them I'm going to wait for a different video to show you guys, because that one's for Josephine. But we did the handwriting workbook level 4. And with this, what is that? So if you're new and you're like, what are you talking about? Good and the Beautiful has a wonderful handwriting curriculum for your children who would love to learn how to do cursive writing. And I am so happy that I stumbled upon this while searching all their different and doing my research with their different options. And I started with level 5. Now they have levels all the way to preschool when it comes to handwriting. And Zoe is going to be entering into level 5. So that's what this book is that I just took out. There's level 5. It's not too thick. And then there's the back, just to give you a visual. I had been going to like Barnes & Noble, Lakeshore Learning, just wherever I could find a cursive writing curriculum, or not even curriculum, just a workbook, textbook, I would pull them and let Zoe do them. She came to me and said, hey mom, I would really love to learn how to cursive write like you. And I said, really? And she's like, yeah. And I was like, okay, great. Now it wasn't that I never thought we would learn cursive writing, but I was just taken aback that she was interested. And I love that she was, because cursive writing is almost extinct, if you will, in the public school system. It's not being taught anymore, which I remember growing up, it was a part of your day-to-day curriculum. And so I am excited that she did that. I'm so thankful that she felt comfortable to say, hey, I want to learn this, and that we were able to do it. And with that, as I got through navigating different textbooks, I just felt like they were a little too like, hey, let's just learn how to do the A, and then write the lower A, but it wouldn't expand of like, let's write in sentences, let's write paragraphs. And so I really like the handwriting from The Good and the Beautiful, because it actually allows you to do more of a full exploration of cursive handwriting. So all that jibber jabber, let me show you the book. Again, there's the book, and we're going to open up the first page. This is level 5. Zoe completed level 4. There's the front. And of course, they've got the regular script of the alphabet. And then it goes right into the cursive, capital and lowercase. And then even some letters here. And then look at that. And so I also love about their books is that there's always a little fun activity at the end when they're done, but you think it's just them having fun, but it's actually helping them with the way they use their pencil and how they use their cursive lines and curves. And I really like that. Like this one says, draw faces to go with the glasses and beards. So that actually helps with them creating some shape in there for that. Okay, so first there's a couple things that I really like about their handwriting. They do review. They do you just practicing the basic of where the pencil starts at the line, and they do it in a color system. And so you can really get fine-tuned with your child and how to do, okay, do you see how this color is yellow? All the yellows start at this part of the line, and then it goes to the blue, and then it goes and so on and so forth. Another thing I really like is that as soon as you get through a certain part, they do some review. So they may have your child write all of their alphabet, and then they have to, then you get to review it and say, okay, I see that you're still having trouble writing your X's. Or I see in this one, you are still having trouble with writing your Q's. So you place them all in those boxes, and then they can practice them again. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys, this is the front of the book, or the first couple of pages. As you can see, it's got some words in there because obviously it's more advanced now. And then they have now some just doing the basic alphabet practice as well. These are just like, I would say, practice and review from what they were doing already. So I'm going to get towards the back so you guys can see what they are going to be doing in this book. That's a little bit different than what I did when they did in the level 4. This is what I'm talking about. So as you can see, now there's this full script here, full passage, and now they're going to go to the bottom and then complete it. And then because The Good and the Beautiful is a Christian-based curriculum, there is one that has a scripture that they get to practice writing. Love that. And then they talk about write with cursive and letters in pairs twice. So I'm really thankful that we get to continue practicing this. Oh yeah, it's gonna get really fun. Okay, so I'm over here scrolling to the back, y'all. So this is where we're gonna be headed towards the end. As you can see on this side. As you can see, there's words here, and then they're gonna have to write those sentences down on this side. So there's really gonna be some great development in her cursive writing. And I mean, honestly, I'm giving you a little bit of a review, but she's done wonders. Like, Zoe didn't have much of a hard time with cursive. It kind of came natural to her. But I know that certain letters, of course, like even when she was learning how to do her Z for Zoe, because you know, now she's got to write her autograph on everything. This was a really developmental for her. So again, I'm really, really excited for us to do this. These are her 2 options for the fall, for 2021-2022 school year. This is what we're going to be doing for writing. I, again, am so excited for us to do these 2. And I feel like it's just gonna develop her more and more as a writer. And I can't wait to see how it expands and how she feels more comfortable with the way she writes to how she writes, and being able to differentiate certain letters like the M and the N and how they can look relatively the same. And yeah, so if you have any questions from this video in this episode where we talk about writing, and you have some more questions, or you would like to know anything that I didn't cover, please leave that in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, give it a warm thumbs up, and until next time, I'll see you guys on the next video. I'll talk to you later. Bye.